Hi friends, this is Laura with Potpourri of Life. Today what I want to share with you is a frugal tip when you're using your Keurig machine. Now I'm one that likes to have the filter inside. So for a while there I was buying this box of filters. They're 100 for like $8.98, so $9. And then I started thinking, because we're trying to really cut back and look at things that, do we need this, do we not? So I thought, that means that these things are 9 cents each with every cup of coffee. And I'm like, nope, this is not a good thing. So I stopped using them. And my husband was fine with it too. And we rinse them out. And I told him, I said, it's a pain in the neck to wash out and get them nice and clean. And in addition, I'm getting grounds, coffee grounds in my 1 cup of coffee a day that I get. So I said, I want it to be more enjoyable. So I said, I have to think of something of what I could make to do it. And yeah, I went through, could I use cotton fabric? But then it's one of those things that coffee grounds and getting into the laundry, I just said, no, I'm not going to do that. And then it dawned on me, what do we use for other purposes? Now I have coffee filters for regular use for a regular coffee maker. But we're not using a regular coffee maker because I think I got rid of it. Because I've gotten used to the Keurig, and I also have a machine that I can just kind of press, a coffee press. So I don't really use these, but I do use them when I'm making kombucha or I'm making vinegar and stuff like that, because I can put it right over and so forth. So what I decided to do, you know, you get those little lights, you know, the thought light comes on, and then it's like, ooh, you know what I could do? I could use the other coffee filters. I tried getting 2 out of each one, but they weren't working. I placed it in half. I took the other filter, and it just wasn't big enough. If this was folded in half exactly, it just wasn't cutting it. Because my husband asked me today at lunch when I was talking to him what I did. And he said, well, can't you get 2 out of one? I said, no. He goes, well, I'll look to see if I can get some larger ones. And whether he does or not, you get 200 for $1.50 at Market Basket here in New Hampshire. $1.50. Do you know what that comes to? Less than a penny. So it's 0.007 something. So it's like, it's a no-brainer to do this. So what I did, I'm going to just show you how I do this. And I'm smiling because I feel so smart. That's that frugal person to me, is how can I do this and be economical and still enjoy a cup of coffee and not have to spend so much time scrubbing out the filter cups. And that was driving me nuts. So not only will I be saving money on the filters, and I get to use the filters, but I'll be using less water to clean this out. Because all you have to do is just kind of like take a little scrubber of sorts that fits in here and just rinse it through, just to make sure it's nice and clean. And you know, you can put it in boiling water, whatever it works for you. So I get them cleaned out and so forth like that. So this little coffee filter that I have since folded out, I found out the size, and I said, okay, now I got to find the size. And I have a coaster. Check your coasters if you have them, because it's the exact size of these little filters. And I'm just so overwhelmed, I'm just overexcited. It doesn't take much to get me excited when I can save that much. So what I have done, and I've already made a bunch, okay? I've just cut them down. I've got, I don't know how many are here, but I'm really excited that I have them. So what I do is I get all the filters, and I just take my clips from sewing. You can do whatever you want. You don't even have to do this. This is just my way of doing things, okay? And what I do is on the table, I just open this right up, okay? And then I put the clips on. And then what I do, because I can't get 2 out of it, if I could get 2 out of this, if I had larger coffee filters, and I think there are some larger ones. At our store, we don't have them that I know of. So what I would do is fold it in half and put it on there and do the circle. How I do it though, I don't use a pencil, I don't use a pen, because I really don't want any type of ink or lead in my coffee. So I take this and I'm going to try to change the camera a little bit so that you can see. So what I do is I have my handy dandy, oh goodness, you know what I'm talking about. I'll think of it, folks. Just let the brain do its thing. So what I do is I take that tip and I just kind of make an indent on the coffee filters. And there is about 5. I say about because that's all I can say. So what I do is, I don't know if you can see the indent. Let me see if I can get this so you can. I'm not sure if you can see the indent or not. So what I do is, everything's all clipped together. So I now just take a clean pair of scissors. I do not use my fabric scissors. So use a pair of scissors. You rub alcohol down just to keep it clean. I promise I won't come in and check your house out to make sure that you do that. I mean, because you do you and I do me. And you just cut around. It doesn't have to be perfect even. The chopstick, that's what it is, the chopstick. The chopstick has done its job of marking it so you have something. So what I do is I do that for all of them. So I'm going to do another one. This one's not done yet. I'm going to just take these clips off this one. And if you don't have these clips, they're actually kind of handy. But there's other clips out there that you might pick up. You can get some at a hardware store for if you work on things. But those are usually bigger. But this is what I do. And I take this. I'm just going to throw it into the compost because that's what I do with the filters anyway. And they'll break down. So next spring in the compost that we put this in, you're not going to find these. I've been putting coffee filters in the compost for a long time. So with that being said, I again take my chopstick, now if I can remember that term, and I just make a marking, almost like it was a pencil mark. It does not have to be perfect, okay? Just go ahead and do it again. Cut it out. And this is just taking a few moments of my time. So that's why I don't mind doing it. Unlike making supplements and stuff, the supplements take me a long time. So this, you know, you're talking 15 minutes to a half an hour. It depends on what you want to calculate out there for timing. So what I do is I get my handy dandy filter cup. I take this, fold it in half. I take this and I fold it in half. Fold it in half again. And I fold it again. I mean, do it as much as makes you comfortable. The reason is I'm trying to, and just press it down. I'm just trying to get it so that it wants to form a point to go into the filter cup. And it won't be perfect because it's not machine crinkled and ruffled and stuff like that. This is man-made or lady-made, however you want to put it. And you just stick that in there, and you just, when it gets in there, you just kind of try to have that centered down in the middle. So that is all set. Now, I will put some coffee in this. And yes, this is the coffee I use. It's New England coffee, and I like the chocolate cappuccino. It's in the morning. Chocolate gives me a headache, but this one is fine. This one does not bother me. So I fill it, and it's usually like 3 scoops or something like that. That's how my husband taught me. So now I fill it, but it's not too full. So like 2.5 scoops I might put in there. Put it down, and it works like a charm. I really shouldn't have another cup of coffee, but you know, I have been such a good wife today. I think I deserve one. You know, I truly don't drink more than 1 a day most of the time. So you just put it down and press the button, once it gets going and stuff. So this is really a very easy thing. So this comes out compared to 8 cents or 9 cents a cup. All right, because it's like $8.98, so it's $9 for 100. 9 cents each for these. We like them. They're great. And I missed them when I didn't buy them. So I was telling my husband about the coffee grounds. I said, I have to have them because it makes my coffee taste better. So we did. We bought 1 box. And I just couldn't buy in quantity like I've had in the past. So when I was telling him how this was working out, he was like, that's really cool, Laura. So that's what we're going to do. I'll keep doing this. I just have a couple more, maybe about 15 more to do today. And I want to show you once that cup is done. Now, if you don't have a compost and you live in an apartment, you can take those and you can recycle the edges here. But you cannot put your coffee, your used filters into the recycle bins that your city might pick up. I truly am excited. Now these won't fit in a box like that, so I'll have to think about what I'm going to put them in. Something that's clean, I don't know. So hopefully I can get a nice little container that I can plop them in. Although, let's see. I use this to hold my empty tea bags. I might have to find something different because these I think will fit really nice in here. I might not be happy about this decision, but yep. See, this is just from a used candle, and I've shared before that I like to repurpose things the best that I can to get the most out of money because I don't want to go buy one of these. So this is an old candle that I cleaned out the jar, and I was putting the tea bags in. Well, I guess it's now for my coffee filters. Well, our coffee filters, because I think he was kind of like happy that we have them because it saves us some money and it's less work to clean out those cups and stuff. So I'm kind of happy about that. Now I gotta find something for this, but these will be a little bit easier to put in a container and stuff. So what I wanted to do is share with you, I do put maca in my coffee. I'm just going to get this part ready since I made it, and I'll put a little bit of oat cream in it. And I do put molasses in my coffee. A lot of people don't. My husband does 1 in the morning. It actually helps with my energy, and there's a lot of benefits. Sorry, I do that. There are a lot of benefits, and I talked about it before, all the benefits of molasses, and I like to get 1 or 2 scoops a day in. And usually it's just a cup of coffee, but you can put it in other things too, and you can just drink it with a spoonful. So I wanted to share with you how this looks now. It is hot, so those of you who are sensitive to heat type stuff. And you can see that it has the same benefit as the ones from the other coffee filters that we have been using. So I'm feeling really excited because I just saved us a lot of money. Oops, I'm getting out of the camera. So for 200 cups of coffee, I'm spending $1.50 on filters versus 100 cups of coffee that are costing $9, and that's just on filter use. So this just makes me a lot happier, and I feel like, you know, we've stretched our dollars a little bit more. This is my inside compost bucket, and all I have to do is just throw it in there, and then until I actually get to washing it, I can just rinse this out really quickly. And the filter comes out a lot cleaner than we were getting with just putting the grounds in there. So I just wanted to share this little tip with you because I think a lot of people who like using these filters might appreciate having an economical way of doing this. Now, will the company appreciate me sharing this? It's not my concern. My concern is our budget. And if I can save us a lot of money, now how many cups of coffee do we drink in a week? I don't know. I think my husband drinks 2. I drink the 1, except for today I'm having 2. So we'll just say 4 cups of coffee a day, because I know that he sometimes uses, like if he's around and stuff, he might have more than that. So we'll say 4 cups of coffee times 7 equals 28. So 100 of those would last a month. Now I got 2 months worth of filters. So $1.50, I can go, if I wanted to have a year's supply, I just go buy 6 of those bags of regular coffee filters, spend $1.50, and you know, I'm golden. So that's 3, 6, 9, that's $9 for a full year's worth versus $9 for 1 month. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it kind of gave you an idea of, yeah, I have a Keurig and I would really like to save some money. And I mean, you can save the $6 a year by not using a filter. I just find the quick way of just kind of rinsing that through, and then later when I do the other dishes, I'll just soak it in the hot soapy water and rinse again. It saves me time. And so I'm saving in water, I'm saving in usage, and I get a better cup of coffee. So I hope that you have a great day, and I hope you find this to be resourceful. Have a wonderful one, and God bless you.